Hello and welcome everyone, this is John RMS aka Ace Bullion here, and I'm stood behind the camera today for a fantastic video. And I couldn't have done this video without the help of one of my supporters, who's also, by the way, a member. So if you hit the join now button, you could also be a member, and that would greatly help me out in making these future videos. So what am I talking about today? What am I going to be alerting you guys on? Well, let's start off. I have a great run date set here, all the way from, well, if you count on the side here, 1888 all the way to the 1900s, well, 1901 really. And these are gold sovereigns. Yes, that's right, gold sovereigns. And, well, I'm not a fan. I'm not a collector. Wait a minute. Hold on. You're going to ask, why am I featuring gold sovereigns when I'm not a collector? Well, it's very simple. I didn't know really, and to be fair, I don't know a heck of a lot about gold sovereigns, and that's why I've always stayed clear of them. Now, the 22 karat gold, you can buy a full gold sovereign, which is what these are. Well, you'll see what I mean. And they range, you know, from about, I think they're about 300-ish pounds, you know, give or take. These ones would be anywhere from, at the moment, from like, let's say the 1888 one, which is here. Believe it or not, I will be touching these. 1888 one. This would be, is valued all the way at a price of almost 700 US dollars. Now again, apologies because I am in my workshop here, so I'm trying to get the lighting right. So you can see they're 1888 gold sovereign, absolutely beautiful. But this being Ace Bullion, this being this episode, and you've probably already guessed from the title, all of these, which would be thousands and thousands, including that one, but excluding the one off to the right, which is courtesy of my friend here. This one right here is the real one. So, yes, fake gold sovereigns are amongst us. Now, I haven't really been in the position before to discuss and see what or how to identify gold sovereigns, because gold sovereigns have changed throughout the years. And let's just pop this thing off. We can have a quick look here through it, and you can see how the Queen's head and everything else has changed. And I deliberately put this in this capsule to show you guys, because everything has changed dramatically. I mean, you could eventually see where the Queen's head, you know, she has a different crown as the years progress and changes happened, all the way down to, this was the, whoops, get back in focus. If I flip this over, this should give us the year on this one. This should be 1900. Yeah, so that's 1900. Right, well, I really needed to know how to spot a fake gold sovereign. And it actually turned out to be fairly easy once I've identified one key feature. Now, the fakers had gone through a ton of effort to ensure that everything was correct. Everything was looking proper. So, no doubt, the weights are correct. The size and dimensions are correct. Something isn't, though. And when I say the weights are correct, they're give or take like point something of a gram. Really, you know, difficult, and you could excuse it for being, you know, so old, right? You know, it's not like, you know, this one here where, you know, I featured this 1 ounce gold Perth Mint one, and I said, hey, look, you know, that's 1 ounce, and it turns out that's only like 15 grams or something like that. It was ridiculously underweight. But fakes are becoming more and more hard to spot, including these two, which came from the same exact company that I got these from, for the record, okay? Which is a Buffalo nickel and a was it a Merc dime? Sorry, I was just losing the will to live there. But yeah, so these are 100% fake as well. Now, why would someone go and fake a Merc dime? I don't really get it. I mean, they don't seem to be key year dates. They don't seem to be anything of that sort. This one here goes all the way down. It shows you, there we go, 1931. Why would you go and fake it? But I really don't have a clue. And including this old nickel, which is 5 cents here, doesn't seem to really, actually, if I flip it, it doesn't really seem to line up perfect, but it should be there. That's the 1917. But right, let's go back to the questionable bit. So I showed you the one off to my left, which is the oldest one here in the collection. And this is the 1888. Okay. Now, everything on it appears to be correct. Now, those of you who collect gold sovereigns will have already obviously spotted the flaw. And perhaps you may have already spotted the flaw yourself just by a pure guess. But this is fake. All of these are fake. Makes a nice display, but they're fake. So how do you actually spot a gold sovereign? Well, this is a real one. So I'm going to be extremely careful because this is my friend's and I've been given permission to handle it, not to fondle it as much as I do my my lovely kilo bar silver, but there you go. And I mean, you can see that there's a little mark there and all this, but again, you expect it. This is a 1901, and if I very carefully do it, a little tiny chip. I think it's beautiful, by the way. You're going to notice straight away the rotation. Before, I was rotating them like an American. Okay. That was on the fakes. So the fakes rotate up and down. On the real ones here, they rotate west to east, or in a horizontal position. So it doesn't go vertical. But again, there's nothing to it. The fakers have, and I'll pull up an earlier one. Again, this is much earlier, so it's going to do it. Now, there is a bit of color toning, obviously, in it. You're going to see that immediately. But if you didn't have one to compare it to, and bear in mind, they're from 2 different eras, so they're, the actual image will be different. If you didn't have a genuine one to compare it to side by side, you could easily be fooled. And I do mean that. Because I couldn't see any real problem with it. As I said, this is the real one, and this belongs to my friend. I'm handling it with extreme care because it's worth quite a lot, actually, still in this condition. And I would say it's in really good condition. A tiny little nick there, but a little blemish here, but who cares? But let's put it back inside because I don't want to get it damaged now. So it's going to go back inside this capsule. And I will obviously be returning this to him because he's just super awesome and super helpful. But again, inside the capsule, I'm going to put it side by side here with the fakes. That's the 1900 one. Okay. 1901, so it's just 1 year off. And you have to remember that the Queen's face does change throughout the year. So, I mean, don't use this as an exact template, but to put the Queen here, you can see how the Queen's looking a bit up. The Queen does appear to be a bit more prominent, but then again, that's a different year, so I mean, things can change. Let's move the real one out of the way. But yeah, so these here, once we flip them upside down, vertically, it changes. Not like the original or the real one, which you'd have to go horizontally, and of course that would be wrong. So it's quite scary. I mean, if you don't know a lot about gold sovereigns, then you're going to easily fall for that one. And I really wanted to bring this to your attention because, I mean, we have spent ages going through things, and I've shown this already. I've shown that we have the nickel, we have the dime, and, you know, throughout my whole bits here, we have, you know, a fake Australian crocodile. We have the fake Spider-Man. We have fake koalas. We just have fakes, 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 and they're amongst us. You know, Perth Mint fakes, Bitcoin, fake silver, fake gold. And again, fake American, you know, silver dollars that have been, you know, plated and all sorts of stuff done to them. And of course you could actually, yeah, this is one of the things that is quite scary, is that if someone took time and decided that they wanted to enamel these, well, again, I mean, these ones here, of course, would fail immediately because they're highly magnetic, but, you know, you could buy the non-magnetic ones very easily. So one just has to be on alert at all times when you're buying. And that's where places like, you know, Silver Trader come in, or let's say your local coin shop, or, you know, your dealer. When you're buying precious metals, be sure, please, please, please be sure to buy from a reputable source. You know, it's all fine and well buying off of eBay or buying off of a Facebook group and everything else. And, you know, I do that. Not so much eBay, but I do off of Facebook groups. And, you know, it really does boil down to experience and knowledge. And I had no knowledge at all before, you know, deciding that I was going to, you know, get these, you know, so there's 1888 all the way to 1900, okay, and then this is the real one, to actually see what they were. Because, you know, A, I don't collect sovereigns. I don't own a single sovereign, not one gold sovereign to my name. And, you know, I do like my pure silver. I definitely, you know, obviously, I like my pure silver. I like my pure gold as well. And it's a really tough one for me. One of my goals is, once I actually finish that last tube that I'm working on, is I'm actually going to be buying gold sovereigns. And, you know, the full gold sovereigns are, you know, amazing. These are what they should be. This is, you know, they're beautiful. They are an investment. And as the years progress, just like a coin or whatever, you know, you can buy a brand new, you know, 2020 gold sovereign for pretty much spot, just a little bit over spot value. But if you want to try to buy this one here, which is, you know, spot value about 320-ish pounds. If you want to buy this one, you're looking at about 570 all the way up to 800 pounds. So, you know, obviously there's an investment as a numismatic, you know, or a collectible value. And there's the precious metal value. But please, 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 whatever you do, and I can't say this enough to everybody, go and ensure that when you are buying your precious metals, to buy them from a reputable dealer. So again, they rotate on, you know, the horizontal axis. So, you know, it goes left to right. It doesn't go vertically up and down, okay? And just exercise caution. Now, you know, as I said, I find it incredibly odd and scary that these exist. But, you know, throughout this series of the whole fake week and other things, you know, I'm happy to be the custodian and keeper and be able to pass information on. If anyone needs to borrow or to look at, you know, something or needs to compare it, then that's fine. One of my main features that I am looking forward to buying at some point would be the Sigma Pro, and you know, the pure reason behind that is you pop this under, it scans it, and that's something that I really would like for ease sake. It's just another safety net. So if you do have any, check to make sure none of them should flip up and down. Okay, they should always flip left to right and should always be the same. Well, I appreciate everyone for watching. Thank you to my sponsors. Well, I say sponsors. Thank you to all of my members who help support my channel. You guys keep me growing. You guys keep me on top. I am still in the middle of having my eldest son homeschooling at the moment, so this is why I'm out in the workshop. But anyway, from me to you, be safe. I'm sending lots of love. Hopefully this has given you some food for thought, and please go back and check to make sure that they're spinning the right way. Sending lots of love from Ace Bullion to all of you. Bye for now.